Hey everyone! A new update just dropped, and today we're going to break down everything that was added. And not just look at it, we're actually going to test everything. And at the end of this video, I'm going to check what's hidden at the bottom of the ocean using the new depth seeds, because there might be something down there that we've never seen before. So make sure you watch until the end. Let's start with the most interesting item, the welding torch. Here it is. At first glance it looks like a regular tool, but let's test what it can actually do. First, let's try setting something on fire. We bring it close to an object and yes, look at that, there's fire animation. There are sparks. That already looks cool. It actually ignites objects. Now let's try breaking something. We hold it against an object, yes, it deals damage. So this isn't just decorative. Now the most important part of the new rooms. Here's the rectangular one. Here's the triangular one. And here's the oval one. They look like ready-made modules. Let's break one on purpose. Okay, the room is damaged. Now we take the welding torch and try repairing it. Bring it close and look at that. It actually restores the room. So the torch isn't just a destruction tool, but it's also a repair tool. And it only repairs the new rooms. It doesn't fix normal constructions. That's very interesting. Now let's try something crazy. What happens if we heat up the underwater scooter with the welding torch? But first, the scooter itself. Here it is. It only works in water. Let's immediately test maximum depth. We load endless ocean, start diving, and it can actually reach the deepest possible level. The speed is limited, but it's still pretty fast. Now let's take the torch, heat the scooter, and look, it starts breaking. But it doesn't explode like a gas tank. It just stops working. That's important. That means we can experiment without completely destroying the map. Now back to the new rooms. You can connect them together. Let's quickly build a mini base. Place a rectangular room, connect a triangular one, add an oval room, and in just a few seconds, we already have a full structure. This makes building much easier. Now the most interesting part, the water. The texture became more pixelated. The physics didn't change, but visually the ocean looks more game-like, more retro, and it's especially noticeable at great depths. Now let's move to the depth seeds. These only work in endless ocean. First, depth 1. We load it, and look. The ocean is almost like a puddle. The depth is minimal. It looks strange. We can literally see the bottom that's normally hidden. Now depth 50. And this is even more interesting. Half of the ocean just disappears. The sea floor becomes visible. The same bottom that we never see in the normal version. Let's go down with the scooter and check it out. Before, this was extremely deep. Now everything is exposed. This can be used for exploration, building, and experiments. Now about the wildlife. On the islands, crabs and shells now have movement animations. Before, they were static. Now they slightly move left and right. It's a small detail, but the map instantly feels more alive. And the final detail, the puffer fish. Here it is. Let's bring an item close to it. Look. It starts inflating. It doesn't explode or poison anything. It's purely visual. But that's a really cool detail. Now let's combine everything together. Depth 50, a stationary base made from the new rooms, a scooter for movement, a welding torch for repairs, and a puffer fish nearby. This update isn't really about one single item. It's about atmosphere, exploration, experiments. The welding torch adds interaction. The scooter adds mobility. The depth seeds add ocean floor exploration. The rooms add fast construction. The animations make the world feel alive. And the most important thing, everything can be combined. Imagine an underwater base on depth 1 where the water almost disappears. Or a research station on depth 50 where the sea floor is visible. Or experiments with overheating equipment. At first glance, this update doesn't look huge. But once you start testing everything, you realize how many possibilities it adds. Now here's the big question. Which item did you like the most? The torch? The scooter? The depth seeds? Or the new rooms? Personally, I think the depth seeds are the most interesting. They really change how the ocean feels. If you want, in the next video we can check if there's anything hidden at the bottom with depth 1. Because it feels like the developers didn't open up the sea floor for no reason. That's the update. And honestly, it gives a lot of room for experiments.